Hello and welcome guys to my channel. My name is Bablu and today I'm doing a video about keeping macaws. Are they good pets? Do they make good pets? Are they easy to look after? And the things that you should be aware of. And that's the noise, one of the things that you have to be aware of, that they are very, very loud. So Scarlet here is my Scarlet macaw. We call her Scarlet because we love the name so much. My wife loved it as well. And she is 4 months old. We're just trying to get her used to sitting on the perch. She always likes coming out on this perch here. And from here she's learned to fly now. So we find it quite hard to keep her onto this perch. And look guys, she's constantly... One of the things is the loud noise that they make. They make a really, really loud noise. So if you were living in a flat or something, be aware of it, be aware of that. The other thing is guys, they destroy everything. They're such a destructive birds. So if I was to have her here, and she can reach her beak there as she gets older, she will destroy all this. Because they love chewing, pecking, playing, that's what they'll do. Anything you see wood, they will take big chunks out of. Your door frame, your pictures. This here is a stand I just made out of a branch. Here. She's only young and look, she's still already getting a beak into these. Both nibbling here. So these would have to be replaced a lot, so you have to remember that as well, guys. And also you will need a large cage. This cage is large, but we're going to need a big cage and there's a larger cage because you have to be aware the tail is really, really long. And with a long tail, which you do not want to damage, you need to make sure that you've got enough space when she's sat on there, tail can come all the way out. And I was saying guys, if you live in a flat or you live by some neighbors who don't like noise, then that's another thing you got to be a little bit wary of. Is that the neighbors can start putting a complaint in, so you got to be careful. Also, you see the children; they are really, really wants to come to the bird, and if the bird does bite them with this beak, it's going to go another, I think, half the size of what it is. So it's that plus half the size. As you can see, the kids are trying to touch it, but they don't. So if the parrot did bite them, it could really chop that finger off. That's nothing. They have a very, very powerful bite as well. The other thing that you have to be aware of is that they need a lot of fresh fruit and veg. So you have to do this day in, day out, make a lot of fresh fruit and veg. Also with all the seeds and all the other vitamins and everything that you need. So that's another thing, guys, be a little bit aware of. And that they live to 50, 60 years. So it's a lifetime commitment. Some of these birds can outlive us. And a lot of sad story you hear is that people who get them, and after a while they rehome them, somebody else ends up with them, and they're not going to be the same over there. So you will have that problem as well. You know, people keep on rehoming them, and every time they get rehomed, they can turn out worse than every house they go, unless a right person gets hold of them and starts training them to bond with the parrot. So you can see this parrot where I spent a lot of time with, he is trying his best to fly to my hand, but she's not even flying yet, so I do not want her to hurt any of her wings. Come on, turn around. She is just new to this, guys, so she just got onto my shoulders. I'm just going to let her turn around in her own time. But apart from all that, guys, the love, these are like, it's like a bird and a dog mixed together. The love that you're going to get out of these guys is next to nothing. And the time you'll spend with them, that's it, priceless. So what they give back to you, if you can put in the time and put in the effort and make the fresh fruit, mash the fresh veg daily, interact with them and spend a lot of time with them, the thing you're going to get back is out of the world, priceless. Some moments that you won't even capture it on camera. And animals, they do show you a lot of affections. So main thing is that you raise them up correctly, spend a lot of time with them, and you find out the things that they like and they don't like. As well with now with the internet as well, you got a lot of chance of getting free information. It's all free information. There's videos, just a lot of free information for people out there to get. So guys, things that may put you off mainly is the size. This bird is still a baby, it's only 4 months old. The tail is going to go double the length of this. So the thing that might put you off is the size of the bird. But I find the bigger the bird, they're easier to care for. But this bird could give a nasty bite if he ever wanted to. And sometimes tame parrots, tame birds, if they're scared, if they're injured, they can put a nasty bite in, you know. So if you have an injured bird, which you yourself raised for years, never bit you, but if it's injured and you went to help in such a way, it could bite you. So these are the things that you've got to be aware, and you've got to learn how to. So if I had a bird that was injured on the floor, injured itself, get a towel, put a towel around it and wrap it around and hold and restrain it and see what the problem is, and we'll take it to the vet. But for you to say, oh my baby, and quickly put your hand in there and the bird is injured, it can give you a nasty bite. You'll see with some of the other people who've done videos as well. And that's mainly with all animals. An animal that is animal that is injured will bite. Another thing as well, guys, that these birds, they poo a lot. Amen? Excuse me, guys. Yeah. It's the same like working from home. Can you put the password in there for her, please, so she can play on that? The other thing is, guys, that they will poo all over you. So they're going to poo on you. They're going to poo all over your floor. So if you have a carpet, you've got poo in it, how are you going to get it off? Another thing you got to be aware of. This is tile, so this works perfectly for me. See, I got a mop there all the time as well. But I've been watching some video myself, learning myself as well. And you could actually train these guys to fly back to the perch. Fly back to the perch and do their dropping on the perch. This parrot is young. I want it to sit on my shoulders. I want it to learn that this is my ear, never to bite it, never to bite my eyes. So from this age, it's the best age, and you just look, she'll just cuddle into you like this. I think we've only had this parrot in about, less than about 3 weeks. Yeah, I think we've only had her 3 weeks, and she's getting along great. And that is mainly we're spending a lot of time. And you got to find the things that they like and they don't like. So you don't want to do anything what they don't like and pee them off, because they'll obviously start hating you. But things that I would really be aware of is that the noise, the room you're going to keep it in, you're going to need a really large cage. The cage has to be large. The cage has got to be big for the parrot. And these birds, you couldn't leave them in the cage all the time. If you were to get yourself one of these, it would have to have a perch on the top. It would have to have another branch up here so the bird could fly freely. And then at night, you'd put them up here if you were going out. You'd put them here for the safety. But this bird will not leave me. And what he's doing that for is for cutches. He wants a lot of cutches. But do a lot of homework, guys. You get it right. If you've got the time and everything, you get it right. You will end up with yourself with one of the most best experience in your life. The amazing animal ever. Look at him. It's like a dog. It's like a dog wants to give you a cuddle. Unbelievable. So they understand love, and if you do it correctly, they'll give you a lot of love back. Another thing is you're gonna have to bath them. They're gonna need to be bathed. The cage is gonna have to be cleaned. You're gonna have to find a way of taking that cage, or heavy cage out, spraying it or washing it, maybe once a month or something to get all the other grime off. The floor and the bottom, put some newspapers down there. That's easy. You can change it daily or change it every few days. Mainly, you got to try to keep them as healthy and clean. And you do that, you give them the right food, and they will bond with you. Unbelievable. Do they make good pets? They make some amazing pets. For the right people, the people who've got time, people who love birds, people who are willing to do that, they make the most amazing pet ever. And look, they live 50, 60 years, so this bird's gonna grow up with you all your life. It's gonna learn new things. It's gonna learn about the different members of your family. It'll interact with different members of the family different. At this stage, I am doing my best trying to introduce this parrot to as many people as possible as I can, so it does not become a one-person parrot. I want it to be with everyone, enjoying it. I want the parrot to go to everyone, not to fear everyone. Things you can do say you were watching TV or whatever, sit with the bird on your shoulder, get close and start stroking it, let the bird bond with you. Look, I found out the places that she likes, sorry. And you can see she's really enjoying it. She'll fall asleep on you. To the extent that she's gone so tame that it's even hard for me to put her into a perch. Normally you go with a bird to a perch and it climbs off your shoulder and goes to a perch, but this bird is different. Honestly, I can get him to climb up onto my hand. Come on. They will always climb to the highest point. And you will see, she will not get into that perch. She's thinking, no, you're not going to leave me. Come on. It's really, really hard trying to film. Where is she? Where is she? She's on my back. So if I can lie down like this to get her off my back onto the floor. Please don't pull on me. There she goes. You do not want to grab because they got their clothing and you can damage their claws when they're young as well. They do not realize how to release their claws. So I just let her climb up on her own. Look, she'll just come back. I think she'll just climb back on me if she could. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want more cuddles? But guys, the pros are out of the world. Look at this. You love birds, you love parrots. This is the ultimate bird to have. It will bond with you as long as you do it right. It will give you a lot of love back. Also guys, you can fly these birds if you train it correctly. Free fly them and they fly back to you, so you can take them to a park, somewhere where it's safe, away from traffic obviously, and away from any clear glass, because if they hit any clear glass they will break their neck. Some birds, you can just kill them on the spot, or you can have a bird with a broken neck. So as long as you haven't got neighbors or family members, because they squawk very, very loud. They're very vocal, very, very loud, especially when they want attention. So it's just like a dog. Are you a dog? You a dog? Let me see if I can leave my phone like that for a minute and show you when I push her back on her belly. See if she's gonna do it today. You can do it today. You can do it today. You can do it today. You're gonna do it today. There she goes. She's playing. Oops. Oops. The camera went. Try again. Just try again. Try again. 1, 2, 3. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Try again. One more time. Once I get her onto the clicker training, just going to give it about another month. So when she can start eating sunflower seeds on her own and all that, give it another month, and every time she does good, then you press the clicker, and then you would give her her favorite treat, and that way she would learn that these are the things that you want her to do. So it'll be a communication between both of us. at that. Parrot coming from there, climbing onto your lap. This is what you call cuddly tame. Are you cuddly tame? You cuddly tame? Yeah. Yesterday, guys, she literally fell asleep on my hand doing this. Looks like a little baby. This part of this body just feels like skin, very soft skin, with this beautiful, lush, glorious colours. What's the matter? If you do this every day, if it's something you do every single day, grab a cuddler, grab a cuddler, grab a cuddler, leave it in a good note, then she will get used to it and she will enjoy it. But if you just want to introduce something new, you want to try something new, you got to do it step by step and make sure they allow you, because once they learn to bite you and you move your hand away, they'll realize, to make the human beings move away, all I got to do is bite. And that way you can create a very aggressive bird, a very dangerous bird, with a 4-inch beak when he's fully grown, and with a crushing power. I don't know if I read it there, 1,500 squeeze per inch. That's a lot. Because look at that beak, they can crack a walnut like that, a walnut which we need pliers for, they can crack that with their beak. With their beak, that's nothing for them. So if they grab hold of your finger, it's gone. At a young age, you want to make sure your hand is always by their beak, touching their beak, touching their face, so that they get used to this hand, and hopefully they will not bite it. And they have no fear against this hand. So even the food, if I scrape a bit of the food off, take it like that, touch this. You can see she is really just chilling. Hey, baby. I say, guys, if you love parrots and if you got the time and you got the lifestyle, get yourself a macaw. As long as... What's the matter? Come here, come and touch my ear. Come and touch my ear. There she say, look, let me show you. Say, Papa. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Oh, look. Come on, let's see you touch it. Sit by your first, nice and gently. It's very crucial that you teach the children. You can see the bird reaction. The bird don't know how to act to it. So we're going to go like that.
I think it's tired.
You need to get your hand like that. Come here. Nice and gentle. Not all birds like to be touched on their back, sending wrong signals, but she's young. We're going to get her used to it. That's what I say. It goes from the head, we'll scratch all the way down. As they get older, they will not like you touching their back or their tail or anything like that. Look at this. I could spend hours and hours and hours with this bird. This is amazing. Yes, we're talking about you. Let me show you that gorgeous bird. So guys, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, please. If you have any questions, please put them down below and I'll do my best to answer them to the best of my ability. And if you have any advice for me as well, that's great. I'd love to have your advice. But anyway, come here. Come on.
I think it's just an feather.
You think it's what?
I think he's blowing his feather away.
When they're young, so their balance is not very good, they put those claws in very, very deep into your hand. Look how sharp those claws are. If you put a little bit more pressure, it'll go straight through my hand, those claws. Just balance her nice. Let's get her onto this perch. Come on. Good girl. And you watch, sometimes we try to move. Look, she'll try to fly back to us with whatever flying she can do. I think she's learning. When I put her there, I want her to stay there for a bit. I can't wait for her to fly. I'll be doing all the recalls, or she'll be flying to my hand, and then hopefully take it to the garden. We'll fly her to the garden, and then to the park, and then hopefully to the beach. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, and have a lovely day.